That being said, I would like to ask because I've had quite a hectic week, so I haven't really planned much at all. So I would like to ask: is there anything anyone want me to go through today? Because this is literally freestyling for me. I'm gonna be freestyling today. So, is there anything anyone wants me to analyze? Is there a specific asset you want me to look at, or should I just do a generalized uh, look into what we're trading or what what we've been trading? Excuse me. Okay, in that case, then let's go over what we've done previously. So I'm gonna go. Um, uh, let's look at Bitcoin first. All right. So we're gonna pop into Trader View. Ripple. I've actually never ever looked into Ripple in regards to seasonality, but we can check it. I guess I would have to do a technical on that, to be honest. Uh, with Ripple, there isn't any really seasonality for that, neither probability. I'm not even sure there's a COT report for it. There might be, but it would be very, very dangerous, to dive into an asset that literally uh, I've broken down before. Okay, so but I could give it a try. Okay, so you guys remember Bitcoin, and when we're talking about Bitcoin, so original entry was on the 25th, and look at it right now. Look at where it is, 60K. So I don't know about I don't know about a lot of you if you guys are trading Bitcoin, but it's one of those seasonal moves that I spoke about, going in terms of long-term moves. You understand? So uh, in regards to that, in regards to that, right? What we can see is Bitcoin is following the seasonality move, and there's a high possibility that it's still gonna keep following that specific move. Okay, so so far, I think we spoke about it last week going long, and today is the 17th, so we're right here around today, 17th, and the price seems to be slightly stuck right now. As you can see, this up move has already moved. So if we looked at the seasonality, so the move up until here so far is
Your
what.
screen was the gold chart right now. I don't know if you're actually showing Bitcoin or something else, but we're looking at gold.
Oh, my bad, my my bad, totally. I think I didn't share the full screen. Apologies for that. I was actually on here. I was literally talking about it. So, uh, thank you for pointing that out, Cutler. So basically what we're looking at right now is literally the Bitcoin chart, and the 25th was on entry, and so far price is right here, 60K, right? So if you guys went in on the 25th, or maybe here, wherever you've gone in, you were in from the 40s up until 60, so that's already piled up about 20K, which is 50% from 40K where it was before. So if you're in that, man, you guys are already making good money, good amount of money. And so far what we've looked at is what we should ideally be seeing in the market is from here, the move, this chunk of the move from here up until here right now. So there might be a dip coming up until the 23rd. The dip might start from 19th, so uh maybe next tomorrow, I'm not sure. But from the looks of price though, I see price most likely coming somewhere down here, so pulling all the way back to somewhere down to the spot right here, which then will take off from that spot. Ideally, fingers crossed. Price could do a very crazy one and do something like this and try to rate everybody out, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But regardless, the up move is in play right now. So looking at that, I mean, the next entry will be like 23rd for the people that want to buy. 23rd will be your next entry. If you miss the 23rd, you might as well just quit it at this point. Don't trade it anymore. So because that would be a very, very massive chunk. Let's say, for example, price pull back here, and price has gone beyond this point, beyond 53, for example, which was price was at 62 before, but if it's gone beyond 63, meaning that price has broken into a new level, going higher, then you might as well quit, because where we're looking at right now, Bitcoin is almost at its all-time high. The highest point was 65, right? So if it's gone that, if price gone there, 63, and you're not in, you might as well just let it go and come back next year for the up move. Okay. So gold. Someone said I should talk about gold. I'll look into gold in a second now. The funny thing about it is that I trade with Binance with Bitcoin. Funny enough, though, the money that Binance is actually giving is quite ridiculous, compared to some other brokers. Binance doesn't really give, it wasn't really that much. I mean, it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh, wow. So I've seen other brokers give a lot more than
I think that depends on the leverage size.
Yeah, I mean, with Binance, the leverage isn't that big, and depending on the account size as well, your leverage differs. So with
Where did you
Binance,
enter from 40K?
No.
If you entered from 40K and you are on, like, let's say 50x, that's a lot of money.
I don't leverage like that on Binance. I think if I can remember, the last I did 10x, 11x.
That's why.
I didn't want to go beyond that, because it's really a new platform for me, and I don't want to do too much. Before I do too much, and then I start seeing some figures, dancing, and I don't want to be in that scenario. But
I think one easy way is I think on Binance it shows you the liquidation price. So
yes, it does.
So you can use that on your chart to be sure if price, from your analysis, to know if price will ever get there.
So that's one way you can be sure. With the liquidation price, I won't even get there. It won't touch me. So, but the problem there is, the thing is, I don't want it to take a chunk of my money.
I get
because
it.
This year I've literally minimized the amount of times that I trade. So I'm only trading on moves that I know is going to last a very long time. So if I make kind of like any responsible risk with it, I could take a dent in the portfolio. So I'm trying to keep the portfolio as smooth and as concise as possible. So that's why.
Yeah.
But I've seen certain brokers. Carry.
Another thing you can do is you can trade on spot instead of futures. So if you buy on spot, that way your money is safe anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing that can happen is if it dips, you have to wait for the price to come up.
To go back up,
yeah.
But
that's
the profit is not that much.
No, it depends. So if you're, like, let's say from 40K now, if you invest, say 2K, if it goes to 60K, your profit can be around 1K plus.
Yeah, well, compared to when you trade it, if you were on 40K, for example, and it goes to 60, and depending on leverage size, your profit is going to be a lot more.
Yeah, but right now, you're not, the risk is zero. You're not taking any risk. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is, I want to be very careful. So, I mean,
the thing. What I just think is, I think you are aggressive with your profit, but you are conservative with your risk.
I have to be.
You have to be. That's risk management.
We all want money, man, but nobody want to lose money.
Nobody.
I've seen guys going from 250K to zero, man. I ain't gonna fall into that category at all.
I know.
So I have to be very careful. The profit is sweet. I ain't gonna even lie. The profit is very sweet, but then again, it's just balancing the greed, because the greed has to be balanced out. I have to balance the way I trade. I can try to compound the position, because I do have positions that are way lower, so they can offset each other. But apart from that, I don't even think I'm going to increase the leverage size, because the good thing about Binance is you can actually increase the leverage when you get in a new position. So I don't want to do that. I want to just keep it the same way it is, because this is my first time trading on Binance. So I've never traded with them before.
Okay. Then keep it safe.
And the platform is quite confusing for me anyway. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, too many stuff, like too
Yeah.
many stuff on the platform.
Yeah, I'm looking into NFTs as well. There's NFTs. A lot of guys talking about NFTs now, and I heard some guy bought an NFT for like $100. It was like a penguin NFT, and right now that $100 is about 2.6 million dollars right now.
Wow.
An NFT just from an investment of $100. They bought it in June, and right now it's about 2.6, I think 2.6 million. So that's another thing to invest in, man. If I get one of those in a year, I'm done. Literally, I just want one of that in a year. I'm signing out. So, but fingers crossed though. There's Bitcoin and.
But it's a new environment, so you need to make your research properly before you go into it.
That's the thing, that there isn't that much information that I can see about it. There's no way for me to quantify its art, So it's not like there's a specific trend that I have to follow with it. I can't
That's
see
it.
any of
And
that.
no trader will want to make such decisions, because for traders, we like to make decisions that are logical. At least be able to analyze something before you go in. Now there's nothing to analyze.
Yeah. So that's the problem. So that's where I'm confused about it. I really want to dive into NFTs, but I'm not sure. I mean, Tory Lanez came out. I don't know if you guys know Tory Lanez, like the artist, but he did he sold his NFTs for $1. And I think in the first 10 minutes, it sold about a million copies. A million copies of that NFT.
Wow.
So it made $1 million in like 10 minutes from just selling. And he did it for his music as well. I think it was a single. Well, so there's money. I mean, there's money around the world. Nobody can tell me there's no money around the world. There is money around the world. You just have to be positioned in the right place. Position yourself in the right place at the right time, and you can take some of that cash, along. So that's that. Someone said I should look at gold, and USD will be strong this week. I don't know. Let's check. Let's see what USD is saying. I mean, the first things first, I'm just gonna go through. I'll see the COT report. If the COT shows me that there's strength coming in USD, then most likely, if it aligns with the seasonality, then it's cool. Let me see gold as well. If those two align, then it's perfect.
I think we lost your mic. Hey, damn, we can't hear you.
I don't know why you couldn't hear me. Apologies. I think my sound card just cut out. I don't even know, man. This damn thing don't work with the computer very well. Apologies for that. So with USD, so the thing with USD is, look, from the COT report, I can see they're going short, right? And these are about the 12th of October. They're going short, but the seasonality is showing long, so there's kind of a conflict between both signals right here. I mean, one showing short, one showing long. If we pull out the data, I mean, you can see it doesn't really look convincing for me. I mean, the non-commercial seems to be getting it right, but I want to be patient. Let's be patient to Tuesday. Let's see what the reports on Tuesday says. If the report on Tuesday shows something very good, then we might be able to capitalize on the buy of the USD. I mean, we still have time. We can go in right here on the 20th, right? Which is on Wednesday. So we can wait up until Wednesday. So if the report comes out on Tuesday, shows that buying power, we can go in on Wednesday and try to ride up until this point, 23rd, you know, just for 3 days, and then just exit it and come back again, you know, on the 29th to continue the up move. Okay, but for now, I would just I'll kind of leave USD to, you know, play about. But that being said, if USD goes up, I expect gold to do the inverse, to go down. So they're adding some positions towards gold. They're taking away positions from the buy section, but they're adding positions to the short. What do you mean the audio is really bad? It's coming. Hold on. What about now? Is it better now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Someone said the audio is really bad, but I don't know. It should be studio quality because studio equipment. Apologies. Just try to restart yours if you can hear me. But if you can hear me and the audio is good quality your side, then it's okay. If not, then I'll just restart mine. All right. So with the gold, what we can see is, you know, they're putting some positions, just a very tiny position. I don't really want to mess with this because the position is so small. I want a bigger amount of position going down. I mean, you know, it's just very tiny. So to go down, but if we look at, where's the stuff? If we look at the gold seasonality, we might be able to see, we might be able to see maybe something to take advantage of. All right, 17. Okay, so gold is meant to dip. Gold is meant to dip from 15th and probably pull back. So this is still messy for me, you know. If we couldn't get in at the 15 right here, then gold is already messy. And I think gold already dipped anyway. Yeah, gold dipped on the 15 that I expected, you know, bang on 200 EMA as well. So dipped straight up 297 pips. So that, to me, that's already gone. I mean, the only other place I might look to get into gold is here, right here. So gold is dipping, which is good because we're expecting USD to go up. So the further USD go up, the more gold should dip. So I would want to trade gold, but I want to pull back to around this green zone, this green area right here. So going back up, going against the 250 and coming somewhere around here will be good enough for me. I can grab a position from somewhere around here, you know, right there. The main reason I chose that spot is because that was a spot price rejected from here. And if you look right here, that's already spot price rejected going down. So price could run up, do a little rate, you know, try to clear out people that went in on Friday and then, you know, go back down. But looking at the seasonality, the alignment was on the 15th and it did it bang on the 15th. So I mean, today's the 17th, so 18th tomorrow, we might see a pullback based on 5 years, but it's not right to go into it till, I don't even know, right here, basically 22nd, but that's just 1 day trade. I don't mess with 1 day trades, you know. So if you want to trade gold, I'll just say you probably have to do this technically and wait till price pulls back up and then, you know, ham it down. But what you can also do to help with this is check the probability and see if we can find a specific date which will get a very better probability, you know, to go on gold. So on that day, we might be looking. To be quite frank, ideally, I want to see price coming to that boxed area. You know, if not, I don't really want to touch it. So, I mean, the down move is most likely, according to probabilities, telling me on the 20th will be a good one. And then we have 50-50, then we have 57% again. So if I look at, right, so according to probability is telling me here, you know, but if I look at the, what's it called? The 15 years, right? You can see the 15 years has a little bump to the upside. And the 5 years also have a bump from 21st to 22nd. So I really do not want to mess with it, you know. So if I'm really going to mess with it at all, I'm going to wait for price to pull back somewhere in here. From here, I'll get my entry, then probably set my stop loss above here. So, and it's going to be a wide one, about 154 pips stop loss, you know, because that way I'm assured that I won't get my ass rated in this trade. So So that's that one with gold. As I said, I didn't really do any analysis. I just came out of the meeting. I grabbed something to eat. I'm here doing this. So is there any other assets someone wants me to check? I mean, someone already told me to check USD. We already checked USD. USD might be okay. Might be okay to trade, but I will wait for the next COT report to come out because the seasonality is already showing buy, and COT report it's showing sell. So I want to see a buy switch in the COT report, then I might be good to go with that. AUD NZD. Okay, let's go check AUD. AUD has been very beautiful because of the what's it called? The COT report. But let's see what these guys are doing because they've been pumping since. Oh, finally they dumped. They dumped about 1K. And they dumped 5K as well. So okay, let's see what AUD has to say in regards to stuff. Oh yeah, and I've already checked Bitcoin for you, so I told you that Bitcoin's going up. So let's see what AUD has to do. So AUD is gonna dump a little bit. So AUD picked right here, but we can only see a small spike, a little bit of jump on the future of AUD. So that dump might not mean anything. So if we check the probability of AUD, we might see something good. So ooh, wow. AUD looks as if it's gonna literally go down literally on the 19th. Like okay, it's like confusing for me because the 15 years is hiding behind there as well on the 20th. So on the 19th, AUD looks like it's gonna dump a little bit. So it does really align with the COT report, but it's 2 days, man. Well, let me check. Yeah. There might just be an opportunity right there. I don't know, but I have to really look a little bit deeper into it to be very certain of what I want to go into. Oh wow, it's already dumping anyway. Okay, that's 4-hour chart. I might be wrong. Yeah, it did dump. So it's bouncing between the 200 EMA and 20. I love the EMAs, man. When they work, they do work. All right. Okay. So 17th. We don't really have that sell. We have that sell coming on the 21st, and it doesn't really align. Now we have it coming on the 21st. It doesn't really align the way I want it to align. I don't like that. I don't like the way it looks. With AUD and NZD, I'm not gonna trade it. It doesn't really align, the way it should do. I mean, the asset to really look at it this week would be most likely the USD because we've checked that and waiting for the COT report. NZD JPY. Okay, we could check the NZD and see what the NZD is actually saying itself. Okay, let me see what the NZD COT report is saying. Okay. These guys are not even clear at all. Not one bit. I'm just gonna wait for that to finish loading. Take a little while. Let's see. Look at CHF. 10. All right. Okay, CHF might be another one to look at. CHF looks like it's going to dump. With the NZD, right? It doesn't really look that appealing. It shows a little bit of drop on that, but I open that in a new tab. Wait for that to load. But what we can, asset that might be what looking at would be CHF for sell. USD. No, so with the USD long CHF, looks like a short. I'm just gonna pile these assets a little bit so you can then do your analysis. Then, okay, NZD actually looks like a dump as well. All right. So we've already checked the NZD COT, which has a very, very small amount of drop. So that might be able to do the trick, and we might be able to see that drop in NZD. So NZD should lose strength, ideally. Right. CHF is not really sure what it wants to do because they're not really adding that much position. So I'll wait for the Tuesday report. This one is more about waiting for the Tuesday report to see what's happening. So the same thing goes, the same thing applies to this. These two, you have to just wait for Tuesday to see the new COT report. Just put COT there just to make clarification. All right. So that should be able to do the trick. And yeah, let me see if we can find any other asset to look into. All right. What is it? CHF. Let's see, maybe I have JPY. We had euros last week, but we didn't have the alignment on euro. So that doesn't seem to be some good. Yeah, I'm loading JPY right now. Let's see what JPY has to say. Oh, wow. Yeah, so people are going heavy on JPY. They're buying. I want to see. Let this load first and then see that. Okay, this is totally confusing. We got these guys are buying JPY, but the seasonality doesn't look like a buy at all. So situations like this, I don't really know where to choose because there's no straight path. Now COT is showing me they're buying, but seasonality is showing me that it's going to dump. I really don't want to mess with it because it could go either way. I'd rather have them facing the same direction. So what I'll do is I would wait till next week's report. If next week's report show me that they're dumping, then I will be able to go in on 29 and sell and possibly hold that till the 6th, right? So about a week plus, I could just hold that for a week. Or if I'm feeling very lucky and generous, I could hold that up until, a month. I can hold that for a month plus, till here. But regardless, I wouldn't touch it right now. It's not stable. CAD. Okay, let me check CAD. See what CAD is saying. I know the analysis is not quite organized today because I'm literally looking at one asset, looking at the other one, rather than me looking like them in a specific order. So you have to just bear with me, guys. So CAD showing short, right? Showing short. So let's see what the seasonality for CAD is going to do. Okay, the seasonality looks like it does a line. So the 18th, yeah, it looks like 18th is gonna fall. So let me take out these guys. Yeah, so CAD's been trying to dump. Yeah, most likely CAD will dump. Yeah, showing short. These guys give a little bit, to take from, and yeah, we can add that together. So overall, yeah, CAD looks like it might dump from 18th. I mean, so I'll put that in. CAD short. And this one actually aligns. No, it doesn't align with It doesn't align with the COT because the COT does show that that they put in short positions in. I mean, knew the report will come out, but from this, I'm good with this. Looking at this, then looking at this short. So all I just need to look for is the probability. I just need to look for probability of the asset. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna take this. Let me just put BTC. I know I didn't check Ripple, by the way, because to be quite frank, I don't even have any data to back it up. So it would be very, very, it will be very tough. I'll check Nasdaq in a second. Let me just quickly run through the probability of CADs and see which one might be ideal. I mean, just looking at this one, I would want to say USD CAD might be a long, but you never can tell because USD hasn't shown that on the COT yet. So, but I'll quickly check that. Oh wow, wrong thing. All right. So I want to look at USD CAD first, just to be sure. All right, USD CAD. Ah, okay. Only gives 61%, then go 50-50, 50-50. Now, so USD CAD not a way for me. I mean, I want the drop to happen from the 18th, which is tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow, according to USD CAD, it does really give that entry tomorrow, but I want it to last like 3 days at least, just to secure myself. So CAD, CHF, right. CAD, CHF looks good. 58, 54, 58, 62. So we have like again. So hope you can hear me though. So I'm just gonna quickly try to wrap this all up. So we have short on CAD and then we have short on CHF. So it's quite confusing and it's quite tricky. So it is gonna be a very tough one, but nevertheless we can still trade it. So CAD, CHF, we could see CAD falling, and what we can even look at is, let's look at the highest point. So price seems to be stuck around this region every time it got there. I mean, the last time price got there, price came down here. So price dropped here, price got here, price dropped again, price is there again. So this will be a short and then probably exit somewhere around here. Let me see. The William doesn't really give me that much, so I'll put it as a medium. Actually, I'll put it at high risk because CHF is actually showing me short as well. So CAD, CHF, short on 18th. You guys would have to look for exit. You can exit on 20 EMA on the daily or the 50 or 200. But if you have the membership, you can just look at the exit date. That'll be much more accurate. So medium, no, I call it high risk because of CHF is pointing short as well. So last thing I can actually check before the session is over is let's see Nasdaq, right? Okay, let me look at Nasdaq and then we can wrap this up. So I mean, there's actually other assets to look at like Amazon, Facebook, Tesla, all that stuff, but we'll check them as time goes on sometime later. So Nasdaq is on 17th. Let's see. So, I mean, Nasdaq, we might see an up move coming from the 19. It's a very minimal one, you know. It's like a day move. I do not trade a day move, so I don't really want to mess with it. But you can see just one day move, and most likely Nasdaq is going to consolidate. So the sweetest time to go into Nasdaq will be 29th. Now, if you go on the 29th, you can be able to then ride it. If you can ride it up until the 5th, you know, that should give enough pips, because that thing does drop pips like fire. So so you can be able to ride it up here for a little while. But according to this week, the three charts are giving me something totally different. The 5, 15, and 48 years is just giving me something totally different. So 19th definitely looks like it's gonna go up, but I do not want to risk it just based on one day, you know. So 19 to 20 will be your best option, but to buy, but I wouldn't risk it at all. I'll rather wait until 29th on Nasdaq. So I mean, a few assets to look at is Bitcoin still going long. CAD, CHF, you know, you want to short that. And the good part with that is it's going to be a long-term move as well, I think, because of the CAD is, you know, should be dumped. So CAD should dump from 18th up until the rest of the year. So if you can catch any asset with a CAD dumping for a long term, then you're good. So thank you guys. Thank you very much, bro. So thank you guys for attending to this session. That's all I have for you guys today. So I wish you good luck in trading. If you have any questions, contact me. And you can get the membership now. The prices are different. The price is way lower than what it is before. So there's so much opportunities to trade. Look out to the website and you can get a membership. Okay. Take care of yourself, guys, and God bless you all. All right. Speak to you in the chat room.